Hello, we're going to continue the Mercury retrograde journey. I'm going to do the card first this time. We have Innocence. The essential oil is tangerine, and it says, I have so much to do as the trigger statement. And the true statement says, I am playful. Let the burdens of responsibility go in this moment and look at your world with the eyes of a child. I feel personally read to filth by this particular card today. I don't know about you. I'm good at this in certain ways, and I'm less good at this in other ways. And today, I was less good at it in a very specific way that I have been consciously attempting to work with. So we'll just let that mindset set the stage for the 3 degrees of the zodiac that we're going to get into today. I think that every degree is deep in its own way, shape, or form, but we're dealing with Sagittarius and some Scorpio stuff in here. The content of that can be challenging, and in order to stay with it, I think having an attitude of being playful and looking at this stuff with curiosity is good advice. So thank you to the spirit of tangerine for coming through to sit with us today. I'm just going to get right into it. We're going to keep moving backwards through the zodiac since Mercury is retrograde, and we have 3 degrees to cover today. Sagittarius 2 is the symbol, the ocean covered with white caps. And it says the power of unconscious elements, accepting the need to flow around obstacles that are beyond our capacity to influence, avoiding being overwhelmed by the elements. Notwithstanding our sense of having power to influence the future, we are quite puny on the physical level, and the forces of nature plus forces of spirit are overwhelmingly more influential in shaping outcomes. The ocean of our unconscious drives is energized into dynamism by the winds of change that arise inherently out of the breath of life itself. We must learn that we are subject to forces of higher and lower energies, superconscious and unconscious, spiritual and animal aspects of life, and these are dominant streams of evolution that we can hardly control. Our task is to become subtle enough to surf the waves of change and stay with it all. There is more for each of these degrees. I am going to read the first couple of paragraphs, and that's it. I'll leave you with the links in the description if you want to investigate further. I'm going to do a few journaling prompts that I'll leave in the description as well, because that is one of my biggest ways of currently working through this stuff is by journaling. It's helping me, and maybe you will find it helpful too. Yesterday, Mercury was transiting through Sagittarius 1, which is a grand army of the Republic campfire, finding the meaning within our struggles. It is an aspect of our life on Earth that we will have a constant struggle against natural forces and other difficulties, processing the lessons within our mistakes and struggles. We can see culture as the softer side of civilization, wherein we tame the beast within humanity by getting people to appreciate more subtle things like art and the technologies of comfort. Yet to contain nature's violent disregard for our comfort and security at first requires a stronger approach than culture alone. The strong force that carves out our place and way to be is structured and conservative. It takes land and it claims it. It is the military. Old army generals, some of who are now wielding political power, sit and discuss how they did, what they did, and importantly, why. With age comes the big life question I have struggled and overcome. What gives that life struggle meaning? The answer is an abstraction, a philosophy about what we have come to believe will make the world a better place. last, we are heading over to Scorpio, where Mercury currently resides. And at the moment, he is in Scorpio 30, which is the symbol Halloween jester, letting off steam. Civilizations can tame our instincts only to a certain extent, and society, therefore, has to allow moments of controlled madness. Allowing a measure of wildness reveals our darker secrets. Repeatedly, we come to see that, whatever our best intentions, unrefined energies will find their way out. Society has evolved ways to give vent to such unruly energies by offering carefully contained opportunities for greater wildness. At Christmas, we are allowed gluttony and hedonism. On All Fools' Day, we may more safely rebel against authority. And at Halloween, we are allowed to be ghoulish and disrespectful toward the sacredness of death. It is healthy to let one's hair down once in a while. And Jupiter is soon to change degrees. He is quite a bit slower than Mercury is. So we'll pick up on where he is in the next video and continue with this. And that is all from me today. I'll see you soon. Bye.